So the Gates Foundation has promoted and invested in genetic modification technologies in agriculture with, however, nothing that's useful to show for it. This has happened over many years. The latest incarnation of the GM food venture is gene editing. This is supposed to be much safer and more predictable than the old style genetic modification. And my contribution to the Antoniou report, which I made with the technical help of Dr. Antoniou, is on the dangers of gene editing in food and agriculture. And proponents of this technique claim that it's very precise and leads to predictable outcomes, but in reality, the technique is not precise or predictable. Scientific studies show that many unintended changes occur during gene editing processes, both at the intended edit site and at other locations in the genome. And the worry is that with regard to gene-edited plants, these genetic changes could lead to changes in gene function, altered plant biochemistry, including the production of new toxins and allergens. And at that point, I'd like to hand over to Dr. Antoniou, who will say more.
Thank you, Claire. It is a great honor for Claire and I, obviously, to have contributed to this timely and groundbreaking report that highlights the flaws in the whole concept of that the Gates Foundation is promoting in an agricultural sphere. The only thing I would like to add to what Claire said, that in addition to the technology being nowhere near, or just not precise at all, actually, I was going to say nowhere near, but it's hardly, you could hardly call it precise, is that actually it's even doomed to fail before you even begin, simply because what the characteristics of a plant, of any organism, are there because of the functioning of the whole genome. The totality of the genes are working as a network and interconnected, balanced functioning. And this is what gives rise to the characteristics of a plant. And tweaking one or two genes with gene editing is not going to impart resistance to or tolerance to environmental stressors or pathogen resistance, disease resistance, or higher yield or better nutrition and so on. This because these complex traits, as they're called, have at their basis the functioning, balanced functioning of all of the genes of the organism as a whole. A holistic system. Therefore, and this is the latest, this is the fact. What I'm saying to you here is not fantasy. This is the very latest understanding of genomics, of how genomes, whole gene systems work. And this is being completely ignored by those who push for gene editing, who are going to just tweak a few genes and think they will have these super miracle crops that are going to solve all the problems of the world's agriculture. This is just pure fantasy. They're going, the writing is already there to say they will fail because it's based on completely flawed concepts. So it's a complete waste of time. It's a complete waste of money. It's a complete waste of energy. These resources should be channeled to appropriate, holistic approaches to crop development within a holistic system of agriculture. And so this again was where Gates is backing the wrong horse again, rather than back natural breeding programs that maintain the integrity of the organism and can bring about the introduction of desirable complex traits into the plant. And within an agroecological system of agriculture, rather than backing that, he's backing something that is doomed to fail. Thank you very much.